Welcome to TRX Live, the recovery variation. It's good to have you here, everyone, today. My name is Nentarz. I'm a TRX Master Instructor and Physical Therapist. Today, I am with you from Be Moved Fitness in Niagara County, right outside of Buffalo, and it's an honor to be here. We are going to be talking about shoulder recovery, and another word for recovery is reconditioning. Today's program has a lot of added value because it's a great off-day program for shoulder health. This is a great program that I would give patients as they are sort of exiting that rehabilitation and going into reconditioning. So I'm going to share some of the secrets with you that we use with our clients every day. And as we get started, let's first start working on wrist mobility. So get settled in, take your shoes off, get some water, have a yoga mat handy. We are also going to be using the suspension trainer. So those are really the only tools you need. The suspension trainer, yoga mat, or a towel. And we're going to start with wrist mobility. So from here, all I want you to do is start to get into a little bit of wrist extension. Also, today's session is going to include 2 mobility modifiers. These are 2 little secrets that we could use to get mobility out of our joints. Let's go ahead and rock back and forth. So I want to improve the wrist mobility here in all 3 planes of motion. Wrist mobility certainly is something important. Let's rotate the hands sideways a little bit and rock back and forth. Bring some life to the hands and the fingers. We start to articulate those fingers behind us. So the 2 mobility modifiers that we're going to be using today, sort of secrets as we would call them, are going to be number 1, articulation, and number 2, contract, relax. Watch what I do here with my wrist. I'm just going to turn my palm sideways, get a little stretch, and then come back out. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Just back and forth a couple times here, really loosening the body, starting to add some mobility to the wrist and maybe some focus to attention on our breath. Shoulder health is really important. Shoulder is the most mobile joints of our body. It's also the most complex. In addition, research shows us in the general fitness setting, it's also the most injured body part. So which is ironic. It's not the low back, although a lot of people do suffer from chronic low back pain. Shoulders are something we have to be careful for as we go through our fitness endeavors. So there we had our wrist mobility. We're going to do wrist mobility plus now and start to add one of those mobility modifiers that we talked about, which is contract, relax. So let's do this together. Begin with your hands directly under your shoulders. Find your position that's comfortable. And then from here, keeping a relatively active plank in our spine, rock your shoulders over the wrist to a point that is comfortable. And I want you to feel like you're stretching, on a scale of 3 to 4 out of 10 maybe. And then from here, holding that position, we are going to press our full hand into the ground. So watch what I do here. Imagine if this hand is pressing like so. We're not going to move anywhere. So this is called isometric. So rock your body forward. Now press your hand to the ground. We're doing this for 7 seconds. 6. All aspect of your hands. Pinky, finger, middle finger, all aspects. 3, 2, 1. Now relax. Now watch this. Rock your body forward again. See how we gain mobility there? Great job. Come out of it. Couple wrist circles. So that's called contract, relax. So there, we're essentially using the nervous system to allow our bodies to be more mobile. Let's do that again. Find maybe a different hand position. So wider or narrower, play around with the base of the hand support here, then rock that body forward. I always find wider hand position to be a little more difficult. Find that point of stretch or end range, then press the hands into the floor, like you're pushing the floor away, although you're using all aspects of your hand. Use the thumb, use the pinky, use the middle finger, 3 seconds, press harder, harder, and relax. Then shift that body weight forward. There we have it, contract, relax. Go ahead and come back, sit back on the heels, shake the wrists out a little bit. Great. So that is secret number 1, what we call contract, relax. We're going to use that a little bit later, and it's something we can utilize in all your exercises too. Now we are going to move on to what we call articulation. So we're going to do our best cat camel. It looks like this. I've also heard it called cat cow. I've heard it called Sanskrit names as well. But let me demonstrate this for you. We're going to allow our body to really move here. Okay? So we're going to go to end ranges. When you're ready, you can start to join me and I'll coach you through this. So hand under the shoulders, knees under the hips. We're going to start by moving your shoulder blades down and back together. So I want this motion to happen in our thoracic spine. Imagine your sternum is lowering to the ground. Your shoulder blades are going to kiss. From here, arch the back slightly, raise the head up. And let's initiate the motion from the shoulder blades again. So now push through the ground. Keep those elbows extended. Shoulder blades are moving away from the spine. I'm gonna push through the ground as far as I can, then I'm gonna let my spine come with it. Then I'm gonna tuck the tail, and I want you really to relax the head here. So let's let gravity act to stretch that neck out. Push through the ground a little bit more. Great job, let's reverse it. Chest comes down. Shoulder blades drop together. Head comes up, tail comes up. Going slow and controlled here. Switch directions, push through. Now, while you're moving slow, really think about articulating one segment and the other. So we're really maximizing the mobility. We're getting not only into this flexion position, but also into extension. You can see there's a little bit of activity here and a little bit of relaxation. So we're gonna walk that balance between the two. Great job, one more. Press through the ground. If we want, work on corkscrewing the hands through the ground. You can move side to side a little bit, add a little bit of spice to your cat-cow. Coming to extension, I love adding side bending of the trunk here. In this position, I've unloaded my traps, which means I could add mobility to the joints of my neck. Great job. Awesome work with that. I had to make sure to do that before this, that way you wouldn't hear my neck crunching in the headphones. So there we have it. We worked on wrist mobility, we worked on thoracic spine mobility, and scapular mobility, which really helped the shoulder be set up for success. Another reason why I love talking about the shoulder is because the neck's connected to the shoulder. So if you fix the shoulder, it helps with the neck, okay? Awesome. Now, we are gonna do a basic TRX low row. This is a cult classic, and it's a great exercise that I would do almost as day one with most of my shoulder patients. So that means our suspension trainer is going to be fully shortened. Now we're gonna go for 60 seconds here. Okay, so allow me to coach you. We're also gonna work on articulation. So this is gonna be fun. Watch what I do first, and then we'll join in together. Starting facing the anchor point, set your feet up under your hips, walk your body forward just a little bit, not a lot. As I go into the bottom of my row, I am gonna subtly let my upper thoracic spine, lower thoracic spine round out a little bit. So there's my light articulation. Then I'm gonna initiate the motion, correcting my spine and then my shoulders. So because we're in a very light vector, and I want you to stick to that, be strict, okay, by going easy. We're gonna go light vector, but add a little bit of thoracic mobility in with that, building on that cat-cow that we just did. Adding scapular mobility is gonna be a good thing. So let's do this together. Start facing your anchor point, begin with your elbows under your shoulders, walk your body forward, set your plank, SYP, set your plank, rib cage down. Extend those arms, very subtly articulate from that thoracic spine, articulate into extension, then bring your shoulder blades with it. So when we come down from the row, it's our hands, our elbows, our shoulder, our scapula, our spine. As we come up from the row, it's our spine, scapula, elbow, hand. Hand, elbow, shoulder, scap, spine. Scap, spine, elbow, hand. Great job. Go ahead and continue to work through this now. Allow that body gently to fall and articulate. So again, this is a mobility version of a low row here. This is healthy for the shoulder, so we're gonna get some scapular mobility. So really think about squeezing your shoulder blades down and back. We call that a scapular J. So the shoulder blades are coming towards your hip bones as you go into the top of the row. Let's get 3 more reps. Squeeze your shoulder blades down and back, create nice space between the tips of your shoulders and your ears. Get tall to the crown of your head. So here we have a little articulation with a TRX low row. Now, if you're doing an inverted row, if you're doing a heavy deadlift, if you are doing a barbell row of some type, you do not have permission to move your spine like this. Let me clarify that again. If we're lifting heavy load, we want to be more on the stability end of the continuum. That was more on the mobility end. Why? Well, it's a recovery day. Why? We're also beginning the warm-up. So we're working out, getting loose a little bit, increasing blood flow, waking all the receptors we have and articulating through the spine. Great, all right, so here's gonna be another fun one. Let's keep our suspension trainer in shortened position. I'm gonna place both hands in the foot cradles. We are gonna do a unilateral pec stretch. Unilateral is a fancy word for one arm or one leg, okay? And this is great because a lot of things we do in the gym involve both arms being used simultaneously. That's not really how we operate and function. So here's the start position. We're beginning with the elbow at the side. almost like this scarecrow position with my elbow at 90, my shoulder at 90. From here, I'm gonna split the difference with my feet. Small step forward with the right leg, small step back with the left leg. I'm gonna call this my stride position. And then from here, maintaining a tall spine, we are going to contract, relax. So I'm gonna push my hand. Let's do this together for 10 seconds. With our right hand, we're pushing into those foot cradles. Really turn on that shoulder. 7, press harder, get taller, engage the core a little bit more. Press, 3, 2, 1, then relax. Allow that arm to float behind the body just a little bit more. Reset your plank, and we have another isometric hold. Pressing for 10 seconds, press, press. A nice healthy isometric for our shoulder girdle, for our rotator cuff. Press, press, press. Rotator cuff gets stronger and relax. Lean forward a little bit more. Rotator cuff gets stronger, which allows our pec to get a little more mobile. Great job. Let's go ahead and switch positions. Left hand in. Start scarecrow position. Split the difference with your feet. Small step forward with left leg, small step back with the right leg. This looks like our gait cycle. Get tall, embrace that stretch. I'm not letting the wrist go behind my body. I'm keeping my body even, my hand even with my shoulder. And then from here, we're going what? Isometric press, press, 10 seconds. 9, push really hard. Maintain that core position, maintain that tall spine. Press into that handle, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Lean forward with the sternum. Here we have our contract, relax. Let's contract, press, hard, engage, get strong. Build up that tissue resilience in that shoulder. Hold, 5, 4, press, 3. Tear the suspension trainer out of its anchor. Relax, get wide, get proud. Stretch forward just a little bit more. So there we have it, a little bit of a pec stretch. Let's go ahead and get the right side again. This time, we're gonna add a little bit of articulation. So, the isometric is nice, it warms the tissue up. Now we're gonna start to get mobile. Find your start position, facing away from the ankle point, split your legs, right leg forward, left leg back. We're gonna articulate through our spine. So think about that mini cat-cow that we just worked on the ground. So I'm gonna let that chest come in, and I'm gonna lift that sternum, and that head can come up slightly. So now here, we are moving our spine. So our spine is being mobile on our stable shoulder. We do not need to be at end range in your shoulder. That's a key thing. I am working on motor control. This is not passively resting into the tissue. So keep an eye on that. There should be a slight tension in your shoulder, then we're working. Just 5 articulations each way. So this is almost like really good posture, too much extended posture, right? Coming back to good posture, into a little bit too much flexion posture. And find that neutral. Great job. And relax. So we call that our Goldilocks principle. So good posture is neutral. It's not overextended. It's also not flexed. So here we have it, left side. Split the difference, left foot forward, right leg back. Arm even with the body, fingers facing up to the ceiling. Get your body set up. Slight stretch in the shoulder, then articulate. We have 5 articulations. Move slow, please. Move slow, please. Head comes up as the chest comes up. Chest reflects down as the head comes down, just subtly. Here's my little articulation. Focus, move slow. This is intramuscular coordination. It's a great thing for the health of the shoulder. 5 in total, get 1 more. This is a great way to modify the pec stretch. Again, working on thoracic mobility, which is so key for the shoulder girdle. Great job. Now we have another new one. This is called a unilateral, which means one side again. External rotation, turn towards. It's a big name. Let's do it together. We're gonna start facing our ankle point. Let's go left-handed first. My right shoulders are gonna face the ankle point. My left arm is setting up in this position that we were just in. Does this look familiar? With elbows at 90, my elbows in front of my body, and my arm is elevating to 90 degrees. We call this a turn towards because 2 things are gonna happen. Number 1, I have my contraction pressing out against the suspension trainer, taking my shoulder into external rotation. Yes, this is rotator cuff training. Then we have a turn towards, which means I'm gonna take my sternum and feet and rotate towards my anchor point. So now this looks like a unilateral shoulder external rotation, doesn't it? So let's do this together. Press that out, set yourself up, tall spine. Lock in, start to turn towards. Just walk yourself through this exercise. I'm not gonna overcoach it. what we should be thinking about is the shoulder blade coming down and back, and you should have tremendous pressure pushing out into the foot cradles. 3, 2, 5 reps will do you. Press out, get tall, turn towards that anchor point, get that shoulder blade down and back, and reset yourself up. Great job. Shake it out a little bit. There we have it. Nice little isometric again, building up that strength from the rotator cuff. Left side facing, right hands in your foot cradles. Elbow 90, shoulder elevated to 90. Hey, listen, regression, if you want to work on more strength in the rotator cuff, lower the elbow. Great. If you want to work more of an overhead position, this is where we want to be. So let's start pressing out, press out, and then we'll turn towards. Hips, shoulders rotate together. This is an active plank. Keep your shoulder blade down and back. Think about being wide and proud. Turn towards the handle. Press back. Get tall, get strong. Turn towards that anchor point. 3, 2, 5 reps. Press, reestablish a good position. Shoulder blade comes down and back. Tear that suspension trainer out of its anchor point. And one more rep here. Press back, establish that position. Walk tall, proud, wide, and relax. Great job. So you can see there's a tremendous amount of work in the rotator cuff there. Really nice work, okay? From here, hey listen, we only have 3 more exercises, so let's focus on the quality. We have a shoulder T, so we're gonna start facing the anchor point. We're going to lengthen the suspension trainer to mid-length. Let's get right into this. Start facing your anchor point. We're going to offset stance position again. What does that mean? I'm starting in my shoulder T. Our shoulder blades are rotating down and back. I'm getting tall, I'm getting proud. Small step forward with the left leg, small step back on the right leg. We're gonna fall back, keep those arms extended, shift your weight into the right leg as you fall back. Pull, using your shoulders, yourself onto the left leg as you come forward. So I'm leveraging this offset stance to get a tremendous amount of tension in my shoulders. We have 60 seconds starting now. Pull those shoulder blades down and back. Think about getting wide, right? So the knuckles are not only driving behind me, they're driving out to the walls to the side of me. Shoulder blades are coming back, abs aren't tight. Here we go, let's finish strong. Shoulder blades down and back. Move slowly, move consistently. Create tremendous amount of pressure. Get that balance of mobility and stability. We've earned mobility, now get stable through that range. 3 more seconds. 2, and relax. Great job. That is our shoulder T. It's a great exercise for reconditioning our shoulders, okay? Moving on, we have a unilateral row. Unilateral row, again, we're at one arm, and we're gonna use that offset stance again to leverage our body weight. This is a recovery workout. This is not meant to smoke us. Place your suspension trainer in single-handed mode, right? Big alligator, past the bottom handle through the top web space, small alligator, repeats. There's our mustache. Unilateral row. Let's do this. Start with the left arm in. Split your stance, right? So here we go. Left leg is going back, right leg is coming forward. We're doing this for 60 seconds, ready, set, go. Extend the arm, drive the body up, shoulder blade goes down and back. Get right into this, find your way. Work towards the movement standard with every subsequent rep. Think about the shoulder blade coming down and back. This is great because again, I'm falling on my rear leg. That way I can maintain good position. This is what recovery is about. We're hitting the positions today, so that way I could train harder tomorrow. We're meeting our body where it's at. We're hitting positions. We're working on getting strong. 15 more seconds, okay? Get that lat engaged. Think about your shoulder blade. We've been here before. Connect the energy between the wrist, elbow, shoulder, scapula, spine, and reverse. Go ahead and relax. Awesome work. Unilateral, don't even get me started on my unilateral soapbox. Single arm training, single leg training is so important. So let's hit this right side. So here we are, right leg is back, left leg is forward. SYP, set your plank, find that perfect position. Here we go. 60 seconds of single arm rows, single arm rows. Slow it down. Keep your body facing that anchor point. Square and stacked. get tall, get proud. Don't forget to breathe. Squeeze that shoulder blade down and back. 30 more seconds. Get strong, really engage that lat. Think about having an orange in your armpit. And as you pull up, make some orange juice. Squeeze that orange. 5, 4, 3, 2, awesome. Unilateral row. Next thing we're gonna do is a wall buck. This is a great isometric, which is gonna help us get overhead, which is fantastic. We need to go overhead eventually, and sometimes we can't, sometimes the shoulder might get a little cranky. This is your alternative, okay? We're gonna do this 3 different ways. I'm gonna demonstrate first, and then we'll walk through it together. So, version number 1, head towards the wall. Pressing into the wall. Right here's my shoulder press. Elbows aren't out, elbows aren't in, they're somewhere in between. Goldilocks principle. Locking everything, embracing the core. I'm gonna bring my feet, knees, hips 90 degrees. Version number 1, it's a tap down. Version number 2, it's a leg reach. Version number 3 is a, oh man, press hard. Ha. Leg lowering variation. We are alternating our left hand, right legs. So let's do this together. Lie down on your back. This is our wall buck. Get the head just close to the wall. Be careful as you get yourself positioned. Find a position where you're pressing into the wall with both hands. Okay, we're gonna use that wrist mobility. Brace your core, lock everything in, press through the hands, bring your hips and knees up to 90. We have 3 reps. Pressing through the wall. It's 3 tap downs starting now. Left leg comes down, pull back up. Right leg comes down, pull back up. Don't forget about pushing through the wall. Turn a mindful eye to your trunk position. Maintain neutral spine as best as you can. Finish those reps. Here we go. And relax. Great job. Shake it out a little bit. This is a nice exercise. You do not need a lot of reps to accomplish the task, which is a great thing. We're going leg extensions. Here we go. Let's do it together. Pressing through the wall, set your plank, brace your core. Both legs are coming up. We're reaching forward, reaching out with that left leg. Hover above the ground, pull back in. Same thing to the right side. Low, slow, control yourself. Brace your spine, press through the wall. Abs tight, right leg comes up. Left leg extends out. Press through the wall. Breathe behind the shield. Stay engaged, move subtly, slowly, with control. It's only 3 reps. You got this. Press, brace, and great, great work. So there we have it. Version 2 of our wall buck. Now you're welcome to join me in this leg lowering variation. This is one too. If you haven't done it before, respect your body. Meet it's where it's at. Do what's comfortable for you. Okay, here we are. Variation as well to walk away from the wall. Walking away from the wall, we'll get that arm in a little more extended position, which could be a little bit of a increased intensity. Here we are, leg lowering. Get those legs up. Find neutral spine. Pull your toes toward your shin. Press into that wall. Left leg comes down. Hover. Keep that right leg still. Drive the left leg up. Left leg stay still. Pretend like that left leg is in concrete as your right leg moves. Pulling up. Here we go. It's a push with the arms. It's a pull with the legs. It's a brace with the core. This is our leg lowering wall buck. Finish those reps. It's only 3 reps on each side. Great work. Awesome. And relax. Sit on up. Great job. So there we had it. That was our shoulder recovery reconditioning. It's great to do after a hard upper body workout. It's great to do on the back end of a recovery day to build up shoulder resilience. And I would recommend you do this frequently throughout the day. Don't just take your movement in big meals, break it up, have movement snacks, stay loose. Awesome. Really can't express how thankful I am that everyone joined me. Because continue this conversation, guys. Keep it up, TRX Nation, and great work, and I look forward to seeing you soon.